I don't know who needs to hear this, but the point of spirituality is not the alleviation of suffering. I just listened to an audio segment again today, like another spiritual audio segment, and it talked about how all of our spiritual practice is all about the alleviation of suffering. And it was framed from the perspective that our emotions were the cause of our suffering. We're doing a disservice when we actually frame spiritual practice or physical practice in that way. Our spiritual practice is not about the alleviation of suffering. And our spiritual practice is not about the regulation of our emotions. Our spiritual practice ultimately is about being able to hold all of the aspects of being human and not resist our experiences of being human, not resist our emotions, not resist those moments that feel like suffering. Because in the grand scheme of our lives, is it truly suffering? All of us, at some point in our life, go through the experience of suffering, or what we might classify as suffering. But I would argue that those experiences are the ones that give us the most fruit, give us the most treasure, provide us the most growth in our life. So if we're articulating our practice around the alleviation or elimination of suffering, then we're cheating ourselves out of that experience in our lives. I often talk about the emotions as the uncharted territory of spirituality because a lot of spiritual practice leans into the regulation of our emotions and or the elimination of what we would consider to be the negative emotions. But that's simply a value judgment that we've placed upon them. And it's not necessarily a truth. It's a preference. We would prefer to not experience negative emotions. But negative emotions, again, are an integral experience of being human, and they inform us in specific ways as to who we are. And our obsession with the regulation of emotions, and ultimately, I would argue, the elimination of negative emotions in our lives, has severely harmed the feminine aspect of our human experience, and severely harmed those human beings out there whose feminine aspect is their home, is the home of their spirit. So instead of dishonoring half of our experience and trying to eliminate half of our experience of life and trying to eliminate moments of struggle, or i.e. what we would call suffering, it makes more sense for us to accept those experiences as integral aspects of what it means to be a human being, and actually dig for the gold that's underneath of those experiences. Actually open ourselves up to the possibility that those experiences are offering us something that we cannot gain in any other way.